Azure Function Key Vault is a very secure service that we generally use to save our secret values or secret keys. Today, I am going to share how you can use Azure Functions with Key Vault to set the value and get the value. All will happen at runtime in a super secure way. Welcome to TechWeb Dots. This session is part of Azure Functions with Python for Beginner series, and I strongly recommend you to watch the playlist which is given in the description of this video. So link is there. So let's move ahead quickly. So we'll focus on especially Key Vault. Let's move next. So before jump into the VS Code, I want to show you very key features from the Azure Key Vault. Why we should use for. Azure Key Vault is a cloud service used to manage keys, secrets, and certificates. And Key Vault eliminate the need for developers to store information secretly in their code, definitely, which is never recommended. It allows you to centralize the storage of your application secrets, which greatly reduce the chances that secret may be leaked. And the Key Vault also allow you to securely store secrets and keys backed by hardware security module, or in short we call it HSMs. The HSMs used for Federal Information Processing Standard FIPS 140 level 2 validated. Key Vault provides logs of all accesses and uses attempt of your secrets, so you have complete audit trail for compliance. So by checking all the audit trails, you can see who is actually accessing your secrets. Let me show you what are the key steps I am going to take in this session. So only focus will be on the Key Vault, right? So what action we will take? We will first create a Key Vault using RBAC model, which is recommended by Microsoft. Don't worry, I will explain during the creation and add a demo secret over there. Then we will add the required package in our VS Code where we have our Python FastAPI, and we will use some import statement and install this pip package. Okay. Then we add a method or route and read the key values from the secret. And then we will test the changes locally using Azure CLI login because we already logged in our machine. And then I will also show you how you can easily deploy the same change in the production, what role you need, what are the permissions will be required, okay, and what changes will be required in our requirement.txt. Everything we will capture, right? And we'll do the zip deploy this time. And maybe in the next session, I will show you how it works with the DevOps pipeline. Okay, and then we will test it on the Azure portal as well. Let's go step by step. Let's go to Azure portal, create Key Vault, secret, do the additional settings which is required, and then go to the VS Code editor to run the solution. I am going to use the same resource group. If I click on resource group, this is the one where we have in the dev practice 225, right? If I click on this group, okay, what we want to do, I will create one Key Vault. Okay, if I click on hit create, okay, and if I click here Key Vault, hit enter, I can see my service. I click here, I can simply click on create. There is only one version available here. Okay, and if you see here, what are the options we have to use? So we have the subscription selected, resource group selected. We have to give the name. For example, we use demo 00. Okay, it's already taken. Let's use this one. Okay, all right. Okay, this one should be accepted. From the region point of view, let's select the Central India, and we are using the pricing tier standard. Okay, now soft delete, this is very important section, and the recovery option when we are saying soft delete protection will automatically be enabled on this Key Vault, and this feature allow you to recover or permanently delete a key value and secret from the duration of retention period. Even you mention the duration, but you can still delete the secrets, and this protection applies to the Key Vault and secret is stored within the Key Vault. Okay, now what is the second option? To enforce a mandatory retention period and prevention the permanent deletion of the Key Vault or secrets prior to a retention period elapsing, you can turn on purge protection. It means if you enable this purge protection, you will not be able to delete the key, right, till the time you mention the retention days. Okay, so let's disable it for now because we don't need it. If I click next, now here this is very important. What model we wanted to use for this keyword? You wanted to use Azure RBAC model, which is recommended actually, and the Vault Access Policy, which is the old and legacy one. Okay, so we'll go with the recommended one. Let me know if you wanted me to cover a Vault Access Policy based Azure Key Vault configuration. I will create a separate video on that. And we don't need to check box on any of the given resources for virtual machine, resource manager, and encryption for now. Okay, just to want to keep it simple. Now in the networking part, we are saying enable public access. Yes, because if we disable it, we will not be able to access it from our local machine. Because but if we disable it, right, it means we are saying we will access it within the network. So VNet setup will be required that you will use within the organization only. Okay, so for now let's making it public. All network will be allowed, right, but definitely you should have the right permission. Okay, if I click next, tags are optional. We can go to the review plus create. It can take up to 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, now I can see all good. We can see all the settings that we have selected so far, and if we hit on create, okay, very simple settings, and we will be good to get our first key vault. Okay, if I go to my source group, I have already created one, which is demo 00. Okay, now after creating, right, we can see our location central India, our subscription, right, our URI, and standard. Now what is next? Now we want to create a secret. We click on the secret, generate or import. The way is manual. Here I am giving the name test, okay, and the secret value test secret, okay, or I can mention test value, right. Content type optional, I'm not giving anything. Enabled, yes, and I will just hit on create. So just to save time, I've already created, right. If you see here, this is my demo. If I click on test, right, this is my secret, right, because I created it, I can easily see its value. If I click on show value, so you will notice, right, test value we have already assigned. Okay, this is the time when we have created it. Okay, so we are good from the key vault point of view. Our key vault is ready, our secret is ready. Now what is next? Our function app, right, the mandatory thing. What changes we need to do here? We will come here and check identity, right? This should be enabled, right? We wanted to allow our function app to access the key vault. It's not about local, because locally you are logged in through your user account, and for example you have the key vault administrator role, so you will be easily get the secret value on your local machine. But when you deploy the same application on the production, then what will happen, right? It's the application which is trying to access the key vault, right? So you have to first enable the identity, the object principal will be created, and then you will assign the role. So what I'm trying to say here is, if I show you on the paint, our scenario is we have one key vault, right? And we have another function app which is trying to access, and the third piece where we have our local system, correct? And we have the user with the RBAC permissions, where let's say the key vault administrator role, right? So we can easily access, we can get the value, right? Because we have already logged in on our system. So that role will be used using the Azure default credentials. But what about the function app? Function app is running on the Azure environment, right? And so key things, enable identity that we just seen, right? Second, assign role key vault secret user, right, that we have to apply to access the secret. So this is the small phenomena which will work behind the scene, how we are using it locally and how we are using it from the function app. Now let's see the role assignment. Role assignment will happen on the key vault. Okay, so if I go back to the key vault, okay, because identity already enabled, I go to my key vault here, go to IAM, right, check access. Our only one single function app we have as of now, function based on app service. This is the identity, correct? And if you see, we can easily add here other roles, right? So this role is assigned very easily. correct? And how you can add? Very simply, add role assignment, correct? And you can type here what role. For example, key read, right? So we are saying key vault secret user. This is the role I was talking about that we are using. By clicking on manage identities and then you select member, so you can easily select subscription, correct, your function app, and then we have the identity, correct, simple, and you just select it and save it and your permission is fine. Okay, so permissions are ready, our key vault is ready, right? So now let's go back to the VS Code and see how things are working on local, and then we will come back to the Azure portal after zip deployment. This is our VS Code. To save some time, I have already added the required code here. So if you notice, I have created a new branch which is Python FastAPI access Azure Key Vault. Number one change. Number two, now I have removed some old code, right, that we are using, that we used previously in our sessions. So we have only the root, the health, right, and added new one, new route, get secret by name, right? What we are doing here, we are providing the key vault URL. So if you want, you can have this URL in your environment, and on the production you can have it in the app settings. Very easy to manage. I have already shown you in the previous session, so you can do that. But for here, doing it quickly, right? So what we are saying, we are creating a credential, default Azure credential, right? What it will do, if you run this line of code locally, right, automatically user managed identity, Azure, or Azure CLI, or Microsoft authentication library, right, for local or Azure. So it will check either you have the user access or your application on which it is running that having access. So it will allow you to access the service. After creating our client, right? So how we are creating the client? The secret client. We are passing the key vault URI that we have this one. We are providing our secret name. This value you can also put in the environment variable or in the function app in the app settings if you want to manage centrally, right? That is the best practice as well. Okay, now retrieve secret. The moment it will retrieve the secret, what we are trying to return, the secret value, what we have, and we know what is there. Okay, so what command I have used? Pip install Azure Identity, Azure Key Vault-secrets, right? So don't worry about these commands. I will leave it in the README file. Okay, every information you will get, no need to worry about. Okay, and if you notice in the requirement.txt, we are adding two files, two packages, Azure Identity, Azure Key Vault-secret, right? And some additional which are required for those packages and the dependencies you can say. So let's test it locally first, okay? Because I have already logged in on my machine, so I can run it directly and it will fetch my credential. Let me try to start. It should work. Okay, after a few seconds, I will be able to see the URL. Yes, I can see follow link, and I know if I hit back, okay, I can see my root message and I can see the docs link, right? Get secret by name. If I click here, right, it's a get request, no parameter required, hit execute, right? So I will be able to see the value, right? I can see secret value, test value, right? If you remember, our secret value is test value. So we are successfully able to read, correct? So this is what we are displaying message, secret value, the value, right? The test value that we have. Okay, we go back. If we go to the changes, what others we have in the main file, we can see these are the changes. Simple one, some refactoring and keeping only one method, if you notice here, right? Second, I have also performed one more action here, which is the pip freeze command, which is required to get all the packages that we installed to run this function, right? So that we can get the key value from the Azure Key Vault. This is the one, right? This is the pip freeze command, which is simple, not an issue, right? And we activated our environment. Okay, now we have to deploy this function. So very easy thing. So in the next section, I will try to show you how you can deploy through CI/CD pipeline with GitHub Actions. But for now, we are doing it the zip deployment. Explore in File Explorer. What we need to do, just drop this main file into FastAPI zip folder. We know, right? I have already shown you previously. If our requirement.txt file, okay, pasted here, copy and replace. Now my zip file is ready. I will go to the Windows PowerShell and deploy this zip to the Azure portal. So let me switch to the Windows PowerShell for now. This is our Windows PowerShell. If you remember, I have already discussed this command. Let me increase the font size here. Okay. So if you notice, this is the same command, az function app, right? And then here, what we are doing, we are just simply, let me try to hit enter here. Let me minimize. Then we have the resource group name, function app name, and then we have the source path, right? So don't worry about the command. Command I will leave in the description of the video. Okay, no worries. Let me hit enter here. After a few seconds, I got the success message. It is successfully deployed. So let's go back to the Azure portal and see if our application is working or not. Let's go back to the resource group, go to demo RG, right? And let's go back to our application. Okay. And if I hit on browse, right? So this is a root message. That is fine. But we are also looking for, right, get secret by name. It should also display, right? It is on hosted environment. Can you see the URL, right? This is a hosted URL and this is our root, right? Secret value, test value. And we know, right? We have already verified this. Now you must be thinking there are very couple of things that you should remember, and those are very important that I'm going to share in a few moments, right? But just showing you the value of test environment that we are seeing through the fast API response. Correct? If I click on show value, test value, yeah, if you click here, test value, right? Same. Let's go back to the presentation and consider the key things while we are working on this key vault setup. Okay, if we move next, so what are the key things that we should remember? The AD roles, right? So if you have some roles, right, kind of application admin, application developer, or cloud application admin, or network admin, these roles are not enough for you to read the Azure secret, right? Azure Key Vault secret, correct? These are the active directory roles. And if you're getting null response, it means you don't have access, right? You don't have enough access. So you should use the right RBAC roles that will work for your local as a user and on Azure that we have seen using enabled identity, which is the Microsoft recommended, right? So three special roles we have. If you wanted to just read the metadata of the Azure Key Vault, you should use Azure Vault Reader. If you want to control everything, the management, the deletion, everything, then you should go for Key Vault Administrator. And if you want to work with the Key Vault secret users for reading secrets, you should use this one, Key Vault secret users. This is what we are using. Okay. So I hope you learn something new, and obviously as always, your one like, comment, share, subscribe, that all motivate us to create more such content. And I will see you in the next video where we will discuss very important concept that will be CI/CD pipeline via DevOps automation using GitHub Actions in the production environment. And I will see you there. Till then, bye bye, take care.